Hello YouTube, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this guy. Let me just fire this up. So this little like scooter guy using Duik. I was recently asked to do a car driving for a scene, but I thought a car's a little bit boring, so let's up the ante a little bit and make a character out of it. This is going to be broken up over two parts, so I'm going to be showing you how to design and a rig in section 1, and then in section 2 we'll be going into the animation stage. So let's jump into Illustrator. That thing's still up, let's close that. So I've got this file here, which is the original drawing I did. I'm probably going to do a simplified version today just to speed things up. So let's get started. So first of all, let's draw our torso. And that was white. Actually, let's put in the coloured background to begin with so we can choose our colours properly afterwards. We're going to go for a purpley colour, something like that, and we'll just call this BG, and we will lock that layer. So now let's do our torso, which, as you probably already know if you watched a few of my tutorials, I'm a fan of simple shapes, so I'm literally just going to do a square, and then I'm going to put a circle inside of this square, which we're going to place at the bottom. This will allow us for some rotation in the torso. Let's just bring this down a little bit. So let's move on to the arms. The way I like to do my arms is with circles again, and then place them onto the end of the torso like this. Therefore we've got a rotation point for our shoulders made up. So this would be my torso layer. This one I'm just going to send to the back. Let me just refer back to my guy. So this is what we're basically trying to recreate. As you can see, if I move this out of the way, we've got this shape of our torso. Actually, with this one, because of the perspective, I ended up putting this one inside of it, so let's just copy that. So basically, with the corner of this circle, it's going to bring it in like so, and I guess and then I would have rounded this corner of the torso to that new shape. So if you just drag it really far down until it kind of matches, which is about there. So this will be our torso shape. So we're just going to make a new layer and drag these over, and we'll call this torso. This bottom part will be our hips, and I had this like a yellowy colour, so let's just get a nicer colour than that. It's a bit too rich. I'm just going to go for that. It's a bit darker, so it works better with our purple there. So now, if we were to grab our torso and hit R for rotation, and we rotate it in the center here, 10. Why didn't that work? Let's try that again, shall we? Rotation, hold an Alt, click on the center, click 10. I clicked cancel instead of OK, that would be why. So now you can see we can get smooth rotations around this circle, which will make really clean shapes. Let's just do a few more times so we get them straightened up. There we go. So then we're going to copy this shape onto a new layer, drag this about halfway, it's about here and here, Oh, helps if you hold Alt. And I can't remember whether I did. No, I didn't. Okay, so yeah. So this is going to be our elbow, and this is going to be our shoulder connection. So with the square tool, I'm just going to connect these up. What I'm actually going to do for now is drag these circles away, just so I can see. Not that one though. So we can group this. This is our sort of arm part, and then we'll do the forearm again with the square tool on the intersect down to here, and that'll give us our forearm. And we can select this part and put it on its own layer. We'll call this forearm, and we'll call this one arm. Actually, I'm going to call these F because these are the ones in the front. And I'm actually going to delete the circle on the end here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to drag it up until it's at the center here. I'm just going to bring this up because it's going to be our sleeve. And finally, we're going to make a new layer, which we will draw one more circle, and we're going to get like a skin tone. That will do. And this layer we're going to drop underneath the forearm, so we've got a sleeve. Let's just make sure this is centered up with a ruler. That looks about right. So that's the basis of our torso and our arm. So now we can literally just copy this. If we group this, we can now make forearm B. Arm B. Then we'll drag these below the torso. And finally, we'll group these, and we'll call this hand B. And we'll just make sure this is behind the forearm. And we'll label this one hand F. Just going to quickly do a save. Just going to do it on the desktop here. Just got Skater. Ah, oh, Jesus Christ. I just clicked cancel. Sorry. Mac and Windows with their alternating Windows button positions. That gets me every time. Because I use predominantly Mac. My Windows PC is just for tutorials and if I work at home, which is not very often. Right, so there we've got the basis of our guy. On the torso, we're going to just quickly drop a ruler into the center, which is here. With the circle tool, I'm just going to draw a circle like so and make it the skin color. And I'm just going to delete this top anchor. So then we've got a place for our neck. If we go back to our other guy, got this kind of here. And then with these arms, just going to quickly select all of this, hit R, select this middle anchor point and rotate this out a little bit, maybe like so. And then with these layers, I despise this Adobe yellow color. That is horrible, you cannot see anything there. So if you get this yellow color, let's just really quick double click on here. You can open up the layer options and we're going to just change this to something easy to see, like dark blue. I fucking hit cancel again, didn't I? This is going great so far. Okay, right, there we go. Select these again. Oh my god. This is going to be a slow one, guys, when I keep hitting cancel. Alright, so let's just rotate this out so we've got it nice and straight. If you hit Command Y, you can see they're still perfectly on top of each other, which is what we want. We'll just quickly do the same for this one, and I'll try not to fuck up by pressing cancel. Looks about right. I didn't select my hand. There we go. So then all of these, let's just lock the torso quickly. Let's group these and the hips there. Just going to group these because I forgot to do that. That one's fine. So now I'm going to select all of this, drag this anchor point until it connects with our circle we placed, and if we hit Command Y, we can see the other circle we got here, and we'll do the same for this layer. That looks good. And we've got everything in position. So let's just unlock these. Select these guys. I'm actually going to just make this whole rig a little bit smaller. Something like that. So now I'm just gonna draw this scooter real quick so we get an idea of how big we need the legs and everything else to be. So we'll start with the wheels. So let's just make a new layer. And I'm gonna make this kind of like crazy vivid minty sort of green colour. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. Can I copy and paste it in the same place? And make a circle like so. Let's make this a smidge bigger. So what did this screw look like? So basically it's just a line, a curved line, a line on top. So from the base, if we get our line tool, just draw this one out. With the stroke color, I'm just going to make this 100% black. I don't know why that's gone to white. Come on, Windows, you are glitchy at times. Let's crank this up to 25, and I'm going to make a butt cap, a round cap. It's called butt caps, I believe, in After Effects. And I'm just going to move this to near the back of this character, so like here, and move this a bit forward. So that's the initial. Actually no, I didn't do a cap, sorry, because I want the flat end here and the round end on the end. So the way we do that is by going up to Object, Expand. Okay, so this will turn this into a rectangle. And then with our circle tool, L for a shortcut, we can draw a circle and place it on the end. And then we can copy this, holding Command Shift V or Control V if you're on PC. We'll Alt drag this down and make it white. So this is our screw. And my computer runs really slow when I'm running this screen capture software, and you can see my circles aren't the right size, so I'm just going to redo that step. Come on, why isn't that not snapping? I don't even know what to blame this on. My computer being slow, or is this an Illustrator being a fuck? Let's just make it slightly larger, see if it's work. There we go. It wasn't liking the size of that line for some reason. So we have one wheel. The next thing I'm going to do is add the foot brake, which is basically doing this, flipping it to the stroke, and we're just going to delete these points. So we've got this shape here. Let's turn it to a butt cap, crank this up. Looks good. There we got a brake. Next thing is to copy all of this over here, and I'm just going to make this one yellow. I'm going to drag this out a bit further, and then from here we draw a line upward to the sort of middle place of our hands. Like so. And that looks too far forward, so I'm just going to bring this in. Maybe there, which is probably why I originally had it. And at the top, we'll draw up one more bar, which is the cross handle. I'm going to pull this a bit closer and then draw a line connecting like so. And let's push this to the back so we go underneath here. And what I'm going to do is from the center of here, draw up to this point, a little bit higher. Going to send this shape to the back, and I'm just going to increase this until it becomes roughly the size of our circle at the bottom, like so. 28, and I'm going to make this part 28 as well, so we've got this kind of thicker, stronger connection up the top here. Finally, using the square tool, I'm going to just draw a white square here, which is the platform for our character to stand on, like so. And I'm actually going to extend this section ever so slightly and bring the brake to the front, so we get this curve coming in front like so. Now obviously this scooter isn't looking as proportional as my original drawing, just because I spent a little bit more time on it basically, and I'm trying to do this quickly. That looks about right-ish, maybe, I don't know. Let's move on, let's do a save. We have our scooter. Select these, and we're going to make this wheel front and wheel back. Do a save. I think in general our character's looking a bit too skinny now, so I'm just going to scale him up a wee bit. There we go. And now we'll draw these shoes, and legs. So if we look, we've just got these kind of circles again going above our torso layer, shorts layer, sorry. So let's literally just draw this out. What the fuck is this doing? Jesus Christ, Windows. I like that this computer was cheap, but why are you doing shit like this? And it wasn't cheap, it was like 2000, but it's cheaper than the new Macs and it's more powerful, but Windows does seem to be a tiny bit annoying with its pop-ups and stuff. Alright, I'm just going to draw these legs. These were short, so I'm going to just make these a bit shorter, and I'm going to draw a circle on the end which isn't quite the same size, make it skin color. So this is going to be our knee, and then we're going to draw down like so, giving us the leg. Let's bring this up a bit. And the way I did the shoe was, let's break this up for you so you can see. It's a section like this. Man, I got loads of shit here. Let's delete this one. Like this. So the way you do that is you get your square tool and you draw a square the same size, make it slightly thicker. We'll pinch this green, so this is going to be the base of our shoe, and then we need to make this kind of curved section, so we'll add a circle to the end. And finally, we have a straight section like so. And then I just drew in a sock. And finally, a little stripe on the sock. And the shoes had some laces, so I'm just going to draw real quickly a line for the lace, holding Alt and pressing Command D, just drop that down. So then we'll just break this up. I'm just going to copy this shape, paste it in front. Select all of this bar at the top, group this, so then we can put this as leg front. Actually no, let's not call this leg, let's call this cuff, and this one we will call thigh. For front, we're just going to drag this into position like so. This is looking way too thick. I'm going to make this thinner, drag it down, and then let's just select this, drag this part down, and this part will drag all this to about the middle like so. And then we can literally just duplicate this across for the one at the back, but let's draw the foot first. So then we need to draw this section, which is dead basic. It's just a square connecting from here green. I just rounded the end like so. I'm going to draw a more simple version because I don't want to waste too much of your time. Work on a white part there. And I'm just going to draw out a little bit of detail. That can be our shoe for now. And we'll quickly just label this layer shoe front. And then we'll drag it in front.
Hey, Jacob boy!
Okay. And we'll just put some curvature on the end here.
Huh?
I'm recording a tutorial.
What?
That is my girlfriend.
Hmm?
And we'll just copy these out. And make new layers. You alright?
Sorry.
I'm getting interrupted. So then we'll break this layer up. And we're going to just put this as B. We'll drag these to the bottom quickly. This is shoe B, which goes on top of the calf, and this section here, it's phi B, which we'll bring up here. Let's just reorganize our layers a little bit so everything's underneath the hips. No, I didn't group this. Let's group that now. And shoe F can go above the calf layer, which is here. So we end up with something like this. Now we need to... I'm just going to lock all my layers, bar the scooter. I think I want this dragged out a little more. Let's edit this scooter a little bit. So we want these kind of handles coming out, so he's holding on to the handles, not the frame. So that's easy to do. We just draw a shape like so. We'll make it this green color. Whack up the stroke thickness to 32, and we'll put back caps on the end. Let's adjust these like so. Yeah, that's cool. So now we just need to draw the hands gripping like so. So I'm pretty sure all I did for these was squares going down, making sure they are level with our wrist. Select our skin color. These bottom ones, let's pull this in so it's a little bit like a fist. This one we'll pull it even further. This is our gripped hand, so we can just drag this across here like so. And I believe I've got these thumb shapes on both, which are again really simple. They are a circle, which we're just gonna knock slightly forward, connect to a square, and I've somehow put an outline on that. We do not want that. So here we go. So we can select this layer, put it on a new one, and call this hand B. We'll grab this thumb shape. Actually, we'll just grab this whole hand. I'm just going to duplicate it out. This thumb is not being drawn very well at all. Let's have a look at this. Let's just delete this quickly. And this one's much better. Group that. And we're going to just drop that there. We'll delete this shape. So what we'll do now is Alt, drag it. We're going to reflect it vertically, so we get the hand like so. I swear there was a way. How did I do that again? Okay. So what I did is from this part of the shape where we've got our path, we basically want that to connect to the end of our circles, so in the center. So what I'm going to do is find this section on this hand as well, which is here. Is that right? Yeah. Right, so then we're going to lock the hands and the scooter, and we're going to unlock everything else by our background. We're going to select our character, and we're going to knock him over. Yep. So our hands link up with this one, and this hand we're just going to slide across until it's so in the center. Oh wait, no, that's not the center, is it? Our center has moved, it's over here now. I think I've made the arms slightly too long in this rig. As I mentioned, getting the proportions is a little bit fiddly. How can I resolve this quickly? I'm trying to think. Okay. What I'm going to do, move this hand. Let's find the center of that, which is here. I'm going to have to remodel the scooter slightly. Right, let me think about it. This hand's a different perspective, isn't it? Because it's at the front. I'm just going to position this so it covers the end. It's not particularly important, so like so. Sorry, this little bit has been a little bit of a mess up. So what I'm going to do is lock the hands layer, select our top of this scooter, select this layer. I'm just going to knock this across so it's sort of central. I'm going to knock this one across a little bit. Kind of get this part. If we select this layer and double click on it, we can isolate it, and we're just going to drag that in the middle like so. like so. Our wheel seems to have fucked up. Let's sort that out. There we go. So we're getting there slowly. This is, taking longer than I thought it would to explain to draw. This is a complicated rig. Lastly, we just need to draw the head, which is dead simple. It's just, sorry, let's just quickly select this hand and chuck it on its own layer. So this is hand F. What did I press there? Oh jeez. Hand F. Right, let's lock all that to a save. We're getting there, we're getting there. I'm just going to quickly select, unlock everything, knock him down, lock up again. Right, let's draw the head. Start with a neck. And we're just going to do the usual. My snapping is not being so good today. I think it's because when you record, this program here takes up a lot of CPU, which makes Photoshop run small. Illustrator runs slow is what I'm trying to say. And I just did a circle for the head, drag this down and square off the top. And then I did a bigger circle on the top, which I made green. Deleted off the bottom. So this is going to be his cap. And then draw a square out, which will make black. Oh, I did give it a bit of a knock that up, and with the pen tool you can draw out a little bit more of a square so it's not completely rounded. Just going to bring this in a bit. Like so. For the nose, with the line tool, just draw a line like so. Select the skin color, make it a stroke, and just make it a little bit darker. Just gonna knock this up to 10 or so. The mouth is just a circle which is white. Like so. And finally I made some sunglasses which were just sort of blocky squares which had some rounding to them. And then we'll make this black and then go to Object, Path, Offset Path, make this minus with preview. 10 pixels is going to be too much. We'll go 4, 3. I can't see the preview. What is that doing? For fuck's sake. I think I pressed cancel again. Minus. It's because my layer is black and I'm on a black layer, which is not helpful. Let's do -2 and click OK. Right, let's fucking sort this out. Literally everything that could go wrong in this video is going wrong today. This is perfect. Right, so now we should be able to see. There we go. So let's go to -6. I'm going to go to -8 and click OK. Make the inside white. Duplicate this out, and then I just drew a line like so. And here we have the cool shades, which I'm just going to check on like so. And then did an ear. Which I check like that. And finally just draw in some hair. Like so. Obviously different look to this guy slightly, but you get the idea. This guy's basically bigger in everything because my proportions weren't as good. This is how you draw the Skater Boy. And last of all, I'm just going to quickly make a new layer. Oh, sorry, yeah, I also had the hat on a new layer, so I could control that, and the glasses, just so we can add some secondary animation to the head. Finally, which makes life easier inside of After Effects, we're going to make the joints, which we will just make red circles on all of our joints. So if you press Y, Command Y, draw a circle. I've got this fucking horrible yellow colour again. And we're just going to connect up all of our rotational points. My snap is not working today. That will be why I've got snap to pixel on. Do not have that on. I don't know why you would ever want snap to pixel. It's a pain in the arse. So let's just line up all these joints. And finally so we get these red circles over our character. Like so. And that's about everything. I've just noticed a tiny little bit of overhang on this, so we'll just knock this up. And that's how we draw and rig the character. On top of the hat as well, there was a little knobbin, something like that. Yeah. And the hair we just bring back a little bit more, so we've got a little bit of definition. That's the character for the skater, On the next part of the tutorial, I'll show you how to rig all of this in After Effects, and we'll begin to do some basic animation. I won't go into as much detail as the GIF, which was... Where's the GIF? Here's the GIF. This computer is... This OBS software is good, but look at that. That mouse is moving ridiculously slow. Anyways, there we go. Here's the GIF. So this took me, I think it was like 4 hours to animate, so I'm not going to spend that long on this tutorial, but I'll show you how you can get basic movements and the cool rig that allows this to be a lot easier using Duik. So stay tuned for the next part coming out soon, which will be Scooter Boy Part 2. If you've liked what you've seen so far, like and subscribe to my channel. Cheers guys.